And can Skyfoxes just win a match? Just one match. Can they do it? Can they do it?
So to be clear, if you are a fan of NRG, if you're in here right now going, this is boring, NRG waiting room, you got to be a fan of the Foxes here. You have to hope for the dream.
The dream is still alive to win a match. It's still 100% alive. Envy, the dream is still alive to get to make the playoffs here. We're going to roll out to the first mid, and it's looking a very interesting composition from the Skyfoxes, CP.
All right, we have officially entered silly mode here. Envy coming out with the standard 3-3 Skyfoxes, Pharah, Widow, Hanzo. Let's go.
That is a triple DPS solo tank, solo heal composition we're seeing here.
It is full quad DPS.
Oh, it is. It's quad. What am I saying? It's quad DPS. That's true. It's been so long since I've seen it. I haven't seen those things. Envy making swaps of their own, getting an Ana, this is dive. They're getting a Sombra Genji as well.
Okay, wait. Fisher on Genji, Jar on Sombra? What has happened? We've now just reverted, but Skyfoxes with their bold quad DPS gambit, they're going to take first control.
Envy may be making a very smart swap there. Fisher already getting on Luna, getting the pick early as the rest of them come in.
And you're going to see the hack come in, the doozy. And you got to swap off the Hammond immediately. When you have a Sombra coming in, hacking his Hammond, you don't want to deal with that at all. He's going to be swapped.
The Sombra Genji is so strong against this composition as well. Sombra to counter the Hammond, but also the Genji to follow up clean up his tracks. Fisher, his dash resets have been insane. He's throwing every person. He gets another. He does get cleaned up. But this is the right comp switch from Envy. Even though they gave up the first point, now they're in control. They build up that ult charge.
So I'm going to bring it back again. We just saw Fisher doing quite well. Doozy. Okay, we're seeing swaps. He's got to be swapping off the Hammond, right?
Yes, okay. Definitely he'll be swapping off the Hammond. We see a Goats comp. Envy now, they're in control of the point. They have that time make. Jaro hiding behind just to get the poke. They need to get Nanoblade. They need to get EMP if they want to win this recontest.
And the problem here is for Envy is that Skyfoxes are running composition that can still run straight in. Envy, though, they don't want to give this up. As you mentioned, they want to
where was the armor pack for Luna, ZP? Where was the armor pack? Or Envy healing at all?
No, he didn't get healed, period. He just got taken down by all sources. The Skyfoxes really have nothing they can do here. You're going to see Trill just dive on in. They get Doozy, and I was just really uncoordinated coming in from the Skyfoxes.
All they needed to do was heal Luna once. Just heal Luna once and it would have been fine. But Luna goes down, then Envy can just look for the slow engage. They have an Ana, their heals are so much better. Now they have EMP and Nanoblade. They have 2 win conditions. They can take a fight with both. Just that's 2 fights and the map will be pretty much over.
I'm excited for this. This is exciting. We've gone off the 3-3 path. We get to see potentially Nanoblade come in here. And Fisher, what you got? He's going to get the Nano Boost. He's going to die. Oh, boy! He got taken for a ride, but not before slicing through 3 people.
That was a nasty slash. That was a real nasty slash. That was some really, that was beautiful. That was the right engagement as well. Maybe, I would say the only criticism I would have is maybe they weren't all there at the same time because he got pinned. He didn't have anything to eat that CC, but still great from Evie, and they still have EMP for the next fight.
Also, let's give credit. It was a nice charge from Doozy.
It was. That was
a moment too late.
It was a doozy of a charge.
Yeah, all right. I'll allow it.
I'll allow it. But Envy, they do have this EMP now, and this is last fight. This is last fight right here on this map, and EMP is a fight winner.
EMP is a Goats killer. You can't get enough for every fight, which is why I don't see it, but he's going to open up with the EMP, and there's the bomb.
Great
over the top. Nice setup from McGravy. This round is done. Good adaptation from Envy, and a blast from the past. Not 3-3 all the way.
They made the right swap there as well. Giving up the first point, even though they lost that initial time bank, they made the right swap after getting this map. We see here that Nanoblade, just giant, everyone's there. He gets pinned, but Nano keeps him alive, so it's okay.
It's so good to see that again. I've forgotten. It's been too long.
It's been so long.
It's been so long.
It's been so, the sacred text we can read. But that's good from Envy. That was a really well-played first point, and an interesting idea from Skyfoxes, but then they just didn't play Goats properly after that, which has been a pretty historic trend for them.
I mean, part of playing Goats is not letting your Zen get picked off for free, or at the very least, if you're Claris, just throwing an armor pack his way. Maybe.
A single armor pack. Anything, please. I beg of you.
Anything to save your Zen. Don't let your Zenyatta die, but as we move in here to the base section of Busan, this is going to be a little bit more standard.
If there's Goats be Goats here, now we're just going to be watching these cooldowns on this first fight, CP.
You look in, both Ryans dancing right away. Doozy taking a bit of damage. And again, you look towards the poke and you look towards Ryan for shields. Shield pressure, Doozy down. Doozy couldn't get away. And immediately Envy seizing the opportunity. And just as soon as Ryan is down, the rest falls into place.
Shield pressure so much stronger for Envy there. They were able to force Doozy into that corner, then get the bash off because he had no shield. The cooldowns have been used. Then they just cleaned up the fight from there. You kill Big Rectangle Man and you just win.
Yep. We need to add on more names to that, by the way.
For Big Rectangle Man? Okay.
Big Rectangle Man, but like more modifiers. He has rockets. There's your inspiration.
he has rockets? Reinhardt? Oh, you're referring to the boosters.
Yeah, they're on the back of him, his hammer.
Okay, we'll call them Knight of the Square. Knight of the Square is what they'll be. As they fight at the choke here, they're trying to re-enter. Doozy just getting so much pressure again.
Jaro got really low. It was really nice shield on Fisher. Fisher's still alive, able to back out the pressure. They punish Doozy. Jaro still gonna fall, but this is still okay for Envy. They're in a good spot. The problem is, oh, what a
What were they thinking? What were they thinking?
I don't know.
They had no yet shatter. Your Reinhardt is dead, and they just walk in.
That was the definition of Trill smashing a good ult, but it was given to him on a silver platter. He didn't have to work for it at all.
Surely Skyfoxes must have known that they had a shatter up. Doozy was dead. They had nothing to block it unless their bubbles were used perfectly with that rig shield. Then they just get shattered for free. They lose rally because of it. And now look at this ult. Look at this, both this ult and time bank building up for Envy.
It's so tough for Skyfoxes here, but we'll see what they're gonna do. Fisher gonna open up with the grab and says, you know what, you guys don't even get a chance here. Please go back to spawn. Hold on to your grab.
They're just going to be cleaning up, getting those frags again. Trill has another shatter, by the way. He just used it, but he did it again. He just got another one. Jaru pops the rally. Everyone still has armor too, which is great value out of that rally. And Skyfox is just now getting ults of their own, but 70% already on the time bank. They're working against themselves.
Skyfoxes is just going to have to dominate, but here's the problem. You look towards Trill. He's setting up in a decent spot for an Earth Shatter. And Skyfoxes, I mean, the way they're going to rotate around here, they have a really big... Okay, they rotate around, they catch him a little bit off guard. Now they're going to move over to a point. But look at the pressure going onto the shield. They're just trying to set up Trill for the Shatter here. How are they going to be able to get it? No Name has to grab it. No, they just get shattered. They do nothing to deal with it. It's a nice shatter from Trill, but the Transcendence...
Grab Eden from the side of No Name.
Oh, it's gone. That was really good coming in from McGravy. He ate the grab, and Envy's still in a good spot. They're going to drop the beat, and even with the shatter coming down from Doozy, it's not enough. You're down players, your team is disjointed, and Envy is still in a very good spot here, and the rally might seal the deal.
Doozy getting so deep there, trying to clean up the frag on Trill. They clean him up there. Now they're going to chase No Name, get him lower, come back to the point. Their player advantage is here. The focus fire is here. This should just be cleanup for Envy.
And it is cleanup. It's what we're seeing in progress right now. And across the board, Envy's just been playing better in every facet of the game at every position here. There's not a single thing I can point to in the Skyfoxes and say, this was a ray of hope.
No.
There was no hope.
No, there was no hope. Yeah. It was sequestered. The blinds were drawn. The sunlight was not getting in. Any plants that you had in the apartment or house, whichever domicile, they were dying. Yeah. There was nothing there. There was nothing there to be found. A really interesting first stage of that map, though. We got to see some comps we hadn't seen in a while. Skyfox is trying to be innovative, but they just couldn't make it work. And then, as we've seen previously throughout the season, their go-to-be-goats matchup hasn't been where you need it.
I mean, I will give credit to the Skyfoxes. Look, anytime you're going to come up with quad DPS, I applaud you for breaking the status quo, for coming out with something that we haven't seen a whole lot before, but you still have to be able to execute on the bread and butter. You can't, even if that worked, like, let's say the quad DPS catches Envy off guard and they win the round. You look at the other two rounds. What was it? It's 3-3. You need to be able to play a competent 3-3.
Right here as well. This is where we're seeing, it's just a definition of what is Skyfoxes thinking in some of these engagements. Reinhardt is down. They have to know that Shatter is up, and they just walk forward with rallies. Like, they won't shatter. They wouldn't dare shatter us. We're just... that's an interesting lack of foresight, I think, and it's like showing why they've had so much struggles over the season, because you have to be putting thought into those interactions, especially in fights where ults charge so fast.
Yeah, I mean, I would almost think from Trill's perspective, Trill almost might have hesitated for a moment going, wait, this is
this
so,
a bait? Where's the Rhine, huh?
It's too easy. They can't possibly, yeah, okay, I guess I'm going to hit the button. All right, I hit everyone. Great.
Trill Smasher of very well put out ults. I mean, ults that were just handed to him. Ults that were handed to him in that fight.
Trill Smasher of things given to you for free.
Wow, that's kind of a bad guy move, you know?
Yeah,
people just hand you things and you smash them. It's messed up.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, maybe Trill, you know, a little bit villainous perhaps, but the Bunny gonna be the next map that we head off to here. And after the opening that we saw there, I'm not even going to ask you to make a prediction of what the Skyfoxes is coming out with, because anything you say, it's just literally coming from nowhere. You are literally just grabbing it out of idle thoughts, because I don't think even the Skyfoxes know what they're going to do as we head into this.
They had like a vague understanding, but then it sort of broke down in the implementation. Yeah. They're big idea guys, but not so much just the small picture stuff, you know? That's more of someone else down the line. I don't know who. I don't know who's taking care of it, but it's clearly not. The position needs to be filled at some point. They need to fill that position within the organization of who is fleshing out
You're
those
saying
details.
Skyfoxes need some more staff.
They need more staff. Okay. 25, I need at least 50. I need 50 people on the roster.
Didn't we reset the roster at like 372?
Well, yeah, they had to reset though.
Okay.
It reached like the data limit and then just like
a buffer overflow.
Yeah, it was a buffer
Okay.
overflow.
Well,
You're only saying that because we watched Bandersnatch.
yeah, we did.
Yeah.
You watched half of it.
I did, and I said this is dumb.
He got upset at the fact that he couldn't really choose his own path, that he was forced around a path, which might have been the entire point of the movie.
Well, that's true. That might very well be true, but I don't care about the symbolism. I care about the advertising. And they said choose your own adventure, and I could not.
Silly you thinking you have free will. You're just a cog in the machine.
Nice.
But now we're getting away from the darkness. We're going to the light of Nabani. And Skyfoxes, what they're showing here, normally I'd say, they're going to change. No, I think this is for real.
This is a comp that we've seen work, though,
Yeah.
in the past on Nubani first. I think this is a good, well-reasoned comp. It plays their strengths as well. They have a stronger DPS lineup than they do some of those other supporting roles in the 3-3. Envy more likely not just going to be running that pretty standard dive go situation here for Nubani first.
Well, and also if you're Claris, you have some pointers for your fire play, which is that if you use a barrage, don't use it on a streetlight. The streetlight can, in fact, take you down.
Also, don't do the solo barrage on the DMech Diva that is bombing, which we
Yeah.
have seen in the past, especially when your EMP is out.
You might be frustrated with the Diva, but it's still not a good idea.
No, it is not. You definitely want to utilize those combos in an effective manner. Rolling out to our first fight. Will the Skyfoxes, will they take flight now?
I mean, we're going to have to see here. I think the Wright brothers were a little bit more successful in achieving flight, and they did that with, essentially paper and a dream. But Skyfoxes, they're going to take their time here as they set up the style.
Right now, Skyfox should just be looking to get a solid poke. Good poke on Crimzo right there. They should have been looking to go. When Crimzo was low, because that means they had to use armor pack, which they did, they need to be looking engaged. They didn't really take advantage of it, but they're just continuing to set up.
Well, Claris is getting decent poke, but the problem is Envy, they recognize the weakness on the front line, and they just ignore the fire. They don't even acknowledge her calls. They ignore her texts. It's a tough time.
Yeah, they got engaged upon in turn. Even though they used that armor pack, they got Crimzo low. They just went down main, caught them bash, just got a single target, and Envy just wins the fight. This is where Skyfoxes have to be looking to, they can't get engaged upon, but they also have to look for a good engagement. Look at all this damage on Crimzo. Again, armor pack, bubble out. Where's the engage?
Claris is doing a lot of good work here, but the rest of the team, they're just not coming at the right time. Kalios comes in late, gets punished, Turbo's down, and the push is already over. And if you're Claris, you have to be a little bit frustrated right now.
Claris has to be frustrated, or maybe, honestly, it's equally possible with how this is working out. Maybe there's just a lack of communication, because they're like, hey, we're gonna be spamming, make sure to come in, we're gonna get these cooldowns out, and then you should look to engage. But they're just so disjointed.
I mean, this just reminds me of like a 3 a.m. ranked game where no one's on voice and no one's even saying anything. Might have good players, but probably not getting good results.
No, and because of this, pretty much the solo armor pack farming from Jaro, he has rally now. He's only just been getting armor packs on the Crypto.
You have an armor pack. You. It's like, all right, it's fine. Now rally to me.
And that's oh my goodness. Okay.
That was close.
They almost caught No Name right there. There's the rally out in main. They didn't catch anything on the engage, but Claris has to make sure not to get caught out.
Meanwhile, Claris eternally over here on the left side of the Nabani base, playing in rockets, but never anything that his team falls up on. Now low HP, almost taken down by McGravy. Gets healed back up, coming back over, but again, the rest of Skyfoxes need to come in and support this as the barrage is up. No Name, though, down early, and again, Claris has to back off a bit.
They're just going to try to control high ground, but realistically, they have to back. They have so much less resources. Doozy down as well. Woo! ZP, I have to say, I'm watching this game, and I'm not seeing the point. They have their ults now, though, for Skyfoxes. Skyfoxes, They do have their ults. This is their time to take an effective fight.
I mean, ideally, yes, if they all go at the same time. Right now, I feel like we're going to see Claris solo barrage, the EMP go off to like one side of the map, and no one actually run in. That's been the level of Skyfoxes here so far.
No Name is on the point, waiting for his team to get closer. They're looking for engage, but look at the hiding from Jaru and Fisher. They're hiding up top. They're trying to play split so they can't get EMP'd. Envy knows there's an EP out on the field. No Name now just gonna pressure. Mirage out.
Well, they use the takedown thrill. They have a man advantage, but now they need to move in. They can't idle. The spawns are equidistant here. No Name needs to seal this with the EMP. Comes to the EMP, drops it down looking for the Zen. You gotta finish Crimzo. No, he's gonna be able to transcend. The EMP falling over. No, he doesn't transcend time. They almost didn't finish him, and it's looking like the EMP and Barrage together, it's gonna be enough.
There we go, Skyfoxes finally using their ults the right way there. Envy doing a good job of splitting though, trying to minimize it, but in the end, No Name was still able to get a great ult. They were just able to clean up from there. Skyfoxes played that point despite a very rough couple of first engagements. After that, it looked a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, they took advantage of taking down Trill early, and again, that was on a razor's edge for taking down Crimzo there. Crimzo was real close to transcending out, which could have turned it for Envy, as if Envy had a little bit more time, look at the power they're working with.
They have a lot. They're about to have 6 ults again. About to have 6 ults again in this fight. This is Envy's fight to win right here, because their ult advantage is so strong.
Well, Fisher's just going to dive on in, waiting on the grab. Just want to donate to Kalios, who's very good at that. Doozy down early. Trill disrupting into the back. Fisher gets to hold on to that grab a little bit longer. And all right, Trill fighting up Brigitte, well supported. Brave, but going to be backing out because it doesn't matter if you have 500 HP. The rest of his team, though, going right in.
But look at this split, though, from Evie. Will they be able to catch Jaru? Jaru, the bubble's out, orbs on him. Oh, they weren't able to get him. If they had just all addressed on Jaru, they could have caught him right there. But Evie now still working with 5 ults in this fight.
Well, they're going to open up the rally. Now they have to, again, look out for Fisher. Fisher gets the grab successfully. They use it to take down Doozy and Claris. And again, that's enough. They can go straight to the spot.
That is the perfect fight for them. They've won again. Luna almost going to have transfer this next fight. This is where Skyfoxes needs to look to be aggressive within their support ults. They don't have any combos for Envy. They just need to run into them and take a fight so they can break out a spawn.
And Envy, I mean, they've just been bullies right now. This is shades of early Atlanta Academy in the season. Crimzo, nice chunking, coming out early on, gets to lay in the damage from the top, and this is so hard for the Skyfoxes right now. They eat a lot of damage, and the bomb connects! They get Doozy right away, and that's more than enough for Envy.
Luna did use that trance as well, but they got Doozy early with that bomb. They were able to get, also they were able to get Kalios out of the mech. They're just cleaning up again. They get the trance out of Crimzo, though.
So, if there is one light at the end of the tunnel here for the Skyfoxes, they are going to be able to do the no-name to Kalios connection here, grab bomb. Certainly good for getting out of these spots, and so long as McGravy doesn't eat the grab, which he's already done.
Having to use those ults, though, to get out of spawn, having to use that combo, that is what Skyfoxes shouldn't have had to done that last fight. They shouldn't have been able to lose anyone to the bomb. They should have been able to use trance to break out. Now they're going to have to use a great ult combo, but look at this split. Look how split Envy is doing. Skyfox is just running straight into point, which is the right play.
Skyfox move in, but they lose Luna immediately. They're a little bit too split in the end, and all right, no name. You still have a grab, Kalios is still alive, but you're under pressure. You drop this grab, it might not be good. You're getting some point, you're getting some progress, but Envy, they're just smothering them from the back. They lose Doozy. Now they go for the grab. Kalios gonna drop the bomb, but the barrier likely out. No, it's not out time. It's a little bit early, in fact, and as a result, it fades. Kalios still gets 2.
That was a good bomb from Kalios, but it was a little too late. They were gonna lose him at the end. Envy holding still so strong on this point, but Skyfoxes, their spawn advantage. This is their only saving grace, is a spawn advantage, because Envy is gonna be down Trill.
And I mean, the upside here too, it's gonna be a little bit from McGravy. They have the bomb. Fisher was going for the highly aggro grab, but they're gonna rein him in a bit. He needs a little bit more support.
Luna has to get this trance. He has to get this trance. While Fisher has this grab, they can clean up easily without a trance on the field.
McGravy built up the rest of the bomb real quick, got good damage in. Now it's up to Fisher. Set the table, let McGravy finish it. Grab connects, McGravy, bomb up over the top. Looking for it, connects, no name down. Envy in a good spot. Transcend now to save it. No support up for the Skyfoxes. No more hope. Envy gonna hold this at point B.
Luna has been getting out-built trance-wise in all these fights, which is crazy because they're the team being aggressive on. Even if you don't have that space, you should build fast. You should build fast trances, as in Goats. He's just being outbuilt. They don't have the trances they need him. Right here, we see the Bash Shatter, no bubble for Doozy, so they just lose Kalios and Doozy. Every step of the way, Envy was out-aggressing, using their ults better, and using the cooldowns better. Every step of the way.
Yeah, there's not a single point in this game where you can go, okay, Skyfoxes, you're outplaying in this respect. We don't have a Dalton versus Kalios scenario here where you go, oh man, Kalios is really doing well despite other circumstances. Unfortunately for him, Fisher not really falling into that. Fisher being a lot more measured with his grabs, and Envy just overall looking just dominant. There's no other way to describe it.
Which is what they need. They need this 4-0 in this series to get them into playoffs. They must not only win this series, but a 4-0 is their best shot of guaranteeing.
Meanwhile, if you are an NRG fan, you're looking at this and it can't really be very encouraging, especially given that you're going up against the #1 seed to try to get into the playoffs, and you need Envy to lose as much as possible.
They really need Envy to lose, but Envy does not look like they want to be doing that. Skyfoxes, though, I've seen holds like this happen. They're not out of it. They're really not, and their first offense with that particular comp wasn't great, but it showed a little bit of signs of life. It's just when they get to the goats v goats matchup, that's where they really fall apart in particular.
And I mean, the problem with that is that what does the meta revolve around right now? 3-3 versus 3-3. You can throw in your curveballs every now and then, but if you don't have the all-important fastball, which is a strong 3-3 setup, you're not going to win games.
If you have not learned how to play the game in its most optimal setting right now with how strong this composition is, it's been a couple weeks now. They've existed as a team. Like, you just have to have that in your tool house, and you just have to be ready to use it.
So Skyfoxes, we'll see if they can turn the tables, if they can change their fate, if they actually have free will and free choice here. And oh boy, Doozy almost getting punished immediately. Has to back off. Both Doozy and Kalios weakened. That gives Envy the high ground for free because of that early poke engagement. McGravy being aggressive, punishing them, pushing them back from the other end while the rest of the team goes to the point. Now they isolate No Name, they get him down, they get Kalios back, and Envy's gonna get point A.
Wow, just pixel perfect push.
Yep.
They were just able to get high ground for free. They were able, which is no way that should have ever happened, because Winston is a much stronger adversary on that top right than Reinhardt because of that haze damage, because of the ability that you could ping pong up and down. They just had a great push. Then they were able to isolate Kalios and No Name on the point. Envy playing that perfectly.
Well, the problem there too is that how are you positioned in such a way that both your tanks, both your D.Va and your Winston, get chunked that heavily, that quickly? Should be one or the other.
At all, it's just misplay. Just they're not positioning correctly, and Envy is catching them where they need to be. Now, Skyfoxes, they're in a really rough position. Look at the ult ad for Envy. Envy already has the ults they need to win this fight.
Yeah, I mean, this is Skyfoxes now needing to have a ridiculous hero play just to be even here. Merely to be even. Self-destructing the gravy. Going right up.
Oh, that's a big one.
Oh, he just lets it fly and gets everything he wants and more. And that is the dagger in the hearts of Nambani. Envy with a quick 2-0 to end the half here. Brutal.
That was very brutal. That was like Gladiator-esque. Not gladiators in the team, but gladiators in the actual Roman Colosseum. It was a bloodbath.
Yeah, I mean, it's something the Emperor could approve of. Right there.
He did. He put his sign. He was like, he did this scene where he's like,
yeah.
But that was really good from Evie. They played fantastically. They played so good. Skyfoxes did not. They did not. They didn't show the signs of life we needed.
We can't sugarcoat this, unfortunately. You know, it is a very easy to digest stack. Skyfoxes, yeah, they just didn't do it. And I mean, I would like to focus more on the positive for Envy, where Envy has looked better than I think we've seen them. But we've also said that about every team that's played Skyfoxes.
Envy, actually, though, right there, we saw that was really solid Overwatch play. They had gotten the bubbles out early. They had gotten those cooldowns out early, and then went for the engagement. Then came in with the D.Va bomb while they'd already tried to force stuff before. They just set up the bomb perfectly. They tried to catch people, isolate them. Just, it's good. It's just good. Yeah. That's solid Overwatch. That's 10 out of 10 Overwatch. That is what Envy needs to be playing all season, but hopefully if they make playoffs, they can show it in playoffs.
And that's also the Envy that we thought we'd be seeing from week 1, so maybe they've finally gotten to form and they're ready to go. But guys, we do have more Overwatch to play. The Skyfoxes, there's a chance they could bring this back, perhaps in one world, at least to get a map to make things interesting. Can they do it? Find out after the break.